When you work with real data, you don't just view rows, but you analyze them. You count records, find the highest and lowest values, and clean numbers for reports and dashboards. In this video, we will cover 4 powerful SQL functions that are used every single day in data analysis and backend development. First is count, to count rows. Second is max, to find the highest value. Then min, to find the lowest value. And round, to control decimal values. By the end of this video, you will be able to write clean, interview-ready SQL queries for real-world use cases. Count function. Count function returns the number of rows that match a condition. It is an aggregate function, which means it works on multiple rows and returns one single value. So basically, we use the count function to count number of rows based on the condition that we provide inside this count function. Example, count, then inside bracket star, which means this will tell the total number of rows in a column or table. Then count, then column name. So for that particular column, how many rows are there, it will return that number. Then count inside bracket distinct keyword and then column name. So it will return the total number of rows for which the column has distinct values. Now let us go to the CodeChef platform and see an example of using count function in SQL. So here we have an example. Select count inside bracket star from customer. Here select is select command, then count is the count function. Now star means to count all the rows from the column, and then from and customer. So here customer is the table name, semicolon. So this will give us the total number of rows which are there in table customer. Now let us see what is the task for us. Write a query to count the rows of the table employee. Rename the column header as count. In this task, we need to first count the total number of rows which are there in table employee. Plus, we want to put a heading count above the total number of rows in the column. Let's have a look at the query for this task. Select count and then inside bracket star. Why star? Because we need to count total number of rows in the table. Then as, since we want to put header count on top of the total number of rows, so we are writing count in single inverted comma after keyword as. Then from employee, which is table name, and semicolon. Now let us run the query. We have got the header count and below that 5. That means the table employee has total 5 rows. Max function. Max function returns the highest value in a column. It works with numbers, dates and strings. So numbers, of course, the highest value, then date, the latest value. For strings, it works lexicographically. That means in the order of dictionary. Syntax. Max, then inside brackets, column name. So from the column, whose column name we write inside the bracket, the maximum or the highest value is displayed to the user. Example, select max inside bracket salary from employee semicolon. So from the column salary, whatever is the highest value, that will be returned to the user from table employee. So in output for this query, we will get the data for the row in which the column salary has highest value in table employees. Another important thing is that the function max ignores null values automatically. Then we have the min function. Min function returns the lowest value in a column. So just like max function returns highest values, min function returns lowest value. And it also ignores null values. Syntax. Min, then inside bracket column name. For example, select min in bracket salary from employee semicolon. So this will return the data of the row in which the column salary has its minimum value in table employees. Now let us go to the CodeChef platform and see how to use the min and max function in SQL. So here we have two different queries. Select max in bracket age from customer semicolon, the record which has maximum value in the column for age will be visible to the user in the output. And the second query is select min in bracket age from customer and semicolon. So in response to this query, the system will return the row in which the value of column age is minimum. Now let us have a look at the task. Write a query to find the highest and lowest hourly pay of the employees from the table employee. Then rename the column header for highest pay as max pay and rename the column header for lowest pay as min pay. And these are the expected output. Having a look at the query. So these are two different queries for getting maximum and minimum values of hourly pay. Select max, then in bracket hourly pay as max pay because we want to give the heading max pay for the maximum value of hourly pay, and then from table name, that is employee semicolon. Similarly, select min in bracket hourly pay as, and this time we want the heading to be min pay for the lowest value of hourly pay from table employee semicolon. Now let us run this query. Max pay 55, min pay 28. Round function. Round function is a numeric function used to round decimal numbers to a specific number of decimal places. Its syntax is round, then inside bracket, number, comma, decimal places, bracket close. For example, select round and then inside the round function, 12.567, 2, bracket close and semicolon. So just like we round off values in math, similarly we are using the round function here to get round off for decimal numbers. Here inside the bracket, we first write the number, or we can also write the name of the column whose values we want to round off, and then comma and the number of decimal places to which we want to round off the number. Let's understand this better with an example on the CodeChef platform. So here we have a query. Select round, then inside bracket total purchase, 1, bracket close, from customer semicolon. This query will round off the values which are there in column total purchase to one decimal place for the table customer. Now let us see what is the task for us. Write a query to display the values in the column taxable pay rounded to 2 decimal places from the table employee. Rename the column header as taxable pay. Okay, and this is the expected output. Having a look at the query, select round, then inside bracket taxable pay. That means all the values which are present in column taxable pay, and then comma 2. That means we have to round them off to 2 decimal places. Bracket close as in single inverted comma taxable pay. That means for all these values we have to put the heading taxable pay from and then the table name employee semicolon. Let's run the query. Okay, so we got the data for taxable pay column which is rounded to 2 decimal places, and we have renamed the header to taxable pay. Count, max, min and round are not just SQL functions. They are the foundation of data analysis. Whenever you see dashboards, reports or insights in real-world systems, these functions are working behind the scenes. If your goal is to crack interviews, work with real databases or transition into data roles, then mastering these basics is non-negotiable. Don't just watch. Practice writing these SQL queries yourself on the CodeChef platform. Thank you so much for watching.